Hey, what's going on, Appliance Bootcamp? This is Mike Sneak coming to you real quick. Just want to talk to you all about retirement. If you all don't know, I actually started my official retirement the end of 2022. I told you all my dream at 50 years old, I was going into retirement. And to be honest with you, this is pretty much my second phase of retirement. I've been pretty much retired since I was 35 years old, but this is the second phase where I actually no longer doing really appliance repair. My appliance repair business, my nephew actually runs that. All I'm really doing is the ice cream parlor you see here. I'm doing my actual school, Appliance Bootcamp, teaching you all how I ran my business for over 20 years. And getting still in my real estate. And just stuff that I want to do. And stuff that's pretty much seasonal. Stuff that I'm not really need to actually support me and my family. We've been very well, done very good. Hey, how y'all doing? Done very good in life, and now I'm at the point now where I'm just kind of cruising out. My youngest child, she's be a junior in college this year coming up. So with that, I can cruise on out of here. So that's what I want to come talk to you all about, because I get a lot of questions and emails from people that are 75 and 80 years old, and they're trying to get to the point where they can retire. And they look at what I've done with Appliance Bootcamp and what I've done in the appliance repair business, and they're thinking they want to go appliance repair. I'm going to be honest with you. Hey, how you all doing? Thank y'all for coming out. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
First time here?
To this shop, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you all. We make everything homemade right there in the store. All the flavors are on the board. You can get it in a homemade milkshake, waffle cone, homemade ice cream sandwich, or a cup, and they give you all the samples you want.
All right, cool.
All right, thank you. Thank you all. So, like I say, I kind of lost my point. Sorry about that. We having customers come in, but the people 75, 80 years old, they're getting to the point where they need to retire, and they're looking at the way I retired. You have to understand, my retirement, I've done that for 20 years, where I've done over 20 years, where I ran my appliance repair business, took the cash from my appliance repair business and stored it into real estate. And then once I got enough real estate up and running, I thought I was going to be using rental income, where I was actually going to rent out residential real estate. But I'm finding out that my actual money is coming from the commercial real estate. A little bit for residential, but majority of it is coming from the commercial, where I actually put in these little niche businesses, like the ice cream parlor, where I got the commercial real estate. I put my actual, the tenant is myself. I put my little business in there, and my little business kicks off enough cash flow to support me and my wife and going forward. So that's how my real estate go. And the other thing too, I was kind of nervous when I first started doing my real estate. I was like, man, you taking all this cash and you buying real estate. I'd much rather see that huge stack of cash in the bank. Because I felt like I didn't have access to it. All my money, I knew it, that all my money was sitting, instead of the bank, it was sitting on actual lots. But now that I know how to actually exercise those my actual real estate, where I got access to the cash and I still be able to keep my real estate, I really love that now. So now, not only do I get the real estate and get the cash flow from the small businesses and the rental income I have on there, I also have access to the actual equity and the money that I've put into the real estate. So I have all of that, and it's turning out really good, and it's working very well. But what I'm getting to with the 70 and 80 year old young man who actually called me, I'm gonna say 70 and 80 year young man that called me that want to get to retirement. You might have seen that I had Mr. Z-Man on earlier this week talking about the kettle corn business. I actually bought a kettle corn business plan from another young man. He was in his 70s, and what they had done, their family had actually ran a kettle corn business for about 25, 30 years, and they ran it part-time. It started off when his kids were younger. They done it with their kids, and they just actually just went out on weekends and during the actual festival season, and they done kettle corn. So they never ran it full time. It was just part time. And then when the kids got older and left, and he retired, him and his wife, they continued to do it part time and during the festival seasons. And what they would do during the season of kettle corn from the spring and the summer, they'd be up in Wisconsin, and they actually run their kettle corn business. Not going out every day, they just going out on the weekends, and they doing fundraisers and stuff like that. And then what they would do during the fall and the winter, they would just leave and get in their RV, and they'd just go travel. They'd go see their grandkids, their kids, and just travel the south and the southeast. And they done it that way for about maybe 15, 20 years after the kids and stuff got grown. And that's how they actually done their retirement. And unfortunately, his wife passed this past year. She got cancer. So he's no longer doing it as much. Last time I talked to him, no, he's grieving some, and he's getting rid of some more of his equipment. So I'm buying some more of his equipment. They actually made the actual kettles the cooker I use and the shaker, and so I'm buying another shaker from him. And he said he wants to keep. He got one more cooker and one more shaker. He wants to keep that just in case one of his grandkids or something like that wants to get into it. He wants to keep one. So I said okay. But with that business model, if you're somebody said 75, 80 years old, and you are looking to retire, and you don't have the money to set aside to retire, and you're looking for something to do, I honestly believe that appliance repair. Thank y'all again. I honestly believe that appliance repair is kind of a younger man career. Because it's not as hard on your body as some of the other skilled trades, as electrical, plumbing, and HVAC, but it is still have some type of strain on your body. So I like for you all to maybe get into the kettle corn or the ice cream parlor. Only thing with the ice cream parlor, you're gonna have to have some money to get into it. This is not ice cream parlor is not a business you want to get in broke. I'm gonna tell you that. Ice cream parlor also is gonna take you about maybe 3 to 5 years to get it up where it needs to be at. If you're somebody who don't have any cash and don't know how to run a business, never ran a business, I don't want you just jumping into ice cream parlor. Now with the kettle corn you can get in at a lesser price than you can with the ice cream. Also, when I bought the business plan for the kettle corn business, it actually came with an actual business plan that you can actually take to the bank and get funding. And it has everything wrote out, because that's what they use to actually get funding to buy stuff. And the way it does, you take the business plan to the bank, and you can get maybe $15,000, $20,000 loan on that actual business plan, and that's enough to get your kettles and get you a little bit of working capital if you're going to do it. And the way the business plan is set up and written, it's written to get you about 40 to maybe about 65,000 in a season. So they're doing it part time. They're not doing it full time like Z-Man and them doing where that's their business every day, popping kettle corn. They just went out to a farmer's market Saturday mornings, and then from there they'll do a couple of fundraisers throughout the month, and that's what they would generate, somewhere between that, and that's where the business plan is wrote out. If you're somebody who might be interested in that, let me know. And what I'll do, we're gonna be getting deeper into the kettle corn coming up this fall. Like I said, I got the ice cream parlor that I'm doing. I have a second location that we're putting together, and with that, I'm not going to really get into the kettle corn until the fall. Once I get my second location up and running, then I'm going to be jumping into the kettle corn and making that kettle corn actually do what that business plan said. But if you're somebody who's interested in it, just let me know in the comments if you're interested in kettle corn. And I talked to Z-Man, and Z-Man is willing to actually help out and get a course, get some type of training for you all in the actual kettle corn business. But once again, I want to thank you all for watching. Hey, I'm 50-year-old, living the dream, retired, getting able to travel, able to come out and sit out in my ice cream parlor on a nice sunny day like today and enjoy life. I want you all to be able to do it too. Once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.